way. I want to welcome you all to this month's Military Affairs Committee for Southwest Riverside County. We're very, very excited to have you all here. And today's presenter will be Dwight Fitzgerald, MSA Branch Head for Personal and Professional Development at MCCS over at Camp Pendleton. So very exciting stuff. Real quick, we're going to go around the room and do introductions. And I will call on you. So when I call on you, if you could just name branch of service and the organization or business that you represent. And we will start with our wonderful host, Hilder.
Hey, everybody. My branch of service is the Southwest Riverside County MAC. No, just kidding. My husband is Navy, so I'm a military spouse here in Southwest Riverside County, and I'm happy to see all you guys.
Excellent. Thank you, Hilder. Next up is another counterpart, Heather Estrada.
Hi, everyone. I'm Heather, and I work for the Marietta Wildemar Chamber.
Excellent. Thank you, so. Next up is Amanda Fisher.
Hello, everyone. I am Amanda, and I am with the Office of Senator Melissa Melendez, but I'm also a Gold Star wife, and my late husband was in the Marines.
Excellent. Thank you, Amanda. Next up, Sergio De La Garza.
Good afternoon, everyone. Sergio De La Garza, former Air Force, worked for EDD, and my thanks to all the spouses. You guys got the tough job, so thanks for that.
Thank you. Next up, Ann Peterson.
Hi, everyone. Ann Peterson with Stromso Insurance. I am currently in the Air National Guard, have been for the past 14 years, and I'm also military spouse for the Navy.
Thank you so much, Ann. Next up is Greg Thomas.
Good afternoon, all. Marine Corps and with Elsinore Valley Municipal Water District, and similar to Sergio, thank you for the spouses who are the backbone of the service.
Thank you, Greg. Next up is Caleb Benoche. Dr. Benoche. Paging Dr. Benoche. Oh, there you go.
Hi, how's it going? Caleb Bernasher. I work at Anderson Chevrolet, 8-year Marine Corps veteran, just got out.
Thank you, Caleb. Great to have you. Next up is Julie No.
Hi, good morning. And I just wanted to say thank you for all your servicemen, women, and your spouses at home. And I'm a local insurance agent in town.
Thank you, Julie. Great to have you. Next up is Raven Hilden.
Hey, everybody. Raven Hilden. I'm a military spouse of a Marine Corps veteran and the founder and CEO of MilVet Military and Veteran Support Services here in Southwest Riverside County.
Excellent. Thank you so, Raven. Great to have you. All right. So with that, we do have Michelle Tapscott from March Air Reserve Base with us. So I'm going to have her do her introduction as well as the base set update. So Michelle, welcome.
Hello, Mike. Thank you. I am Michelle Tapscott, as Mike said. I am the Community Engagement Chief for the 452nd Public Affairs. I'm also a traditional reservist at March, and my job as a traditional reservist is command post. So I'm all over the place. As far as updates, we are getting back into the base tours. So if you guys would like a base tour, we're hoping late summer, early fall, if you guys are interested. But we're really excited to get things going. But that's all from us.
That's exciting. Looking forward. Is the museum opening anytime soon?
The museum has been open. They're up. They've been up and running. They are good to go.
Interesting. I will have to do a visit there very soon.
Yes, you should.
Yeah, some of the best memories I have here in the area is at that museum. Long story, but I'll save it for another day. It's a great spot.
I love the museum. It's really awesome.
Great stuff. So thank you,
Yeah,
Michelle.
you have to go back. No problem.
Absolutely. So with that, JJ, our representative from Camp Pendleton, had a big event down on the base today. So we are extremely honored to have an update from Dwight Fitzgerald, who was also from Camp Pendleton MCCS. And he is also our presenter today. So we're extremely honored to have you. So Dwight, it is my honor to introduce Dwight Fitzgerald, MSA Branch Head, Personal and Professional Development at MCCS. Welcome. Take us away.
All right, thank you. That was, I don't know if I'm worthy of that introduction, but thank you anyway. Good afternoon, everyone. Yes, I'm the branch head for the Personal and Professional Development Branch. I have several programs within the branch that we provide services and resources to our service members and their families. And they're in the categories of finance, education, transition, library services, and family member employment. So as far as updates with that, we are gradually, like I think everyone else, trying to open up services for the finance area. We are still doing things virtually. So we learned a lot through this COVID period that virtual is not bad. It attracts clients in, on different occasions, and probably when, they're able to do so instead of moving from their desk, and because it saves a lot of time in some cases. So, but for our finance department, they're doing virtual and in-person briefs, and they're also doing in-person finance counseling with our service members and their families. Our volunteer education, as far as higher education, we continue to do tuition assistance. We have limited in-person services, education coaching, and we're doing virtual coaching sessions, virtual information sessions. So we're kind of doing 50-50 with that, with all the programs. Going on to transition, our transition readiness seminar is still done virtually on Adobe Connect. There's a lot of people that want to go back in person, and so do we, to be honest with you. But for Camp Pendleton, we're probably equivalent of, and probably a little bit more like Camp Lejeune, but our output is, we're averaged about 220, 240 a week. So, but that's, now if we can still do that virtually, but to do it in person, we can only do about 87, according to health standards in the classrooms. So obviously, if you take the two, we get more for your money with the virtual platform, and we're going to stick with that until we get the proper green light from our medical professionals and everyone else, and from the commanding general that says, okay, we can get back to full capacity. We have our Skill Bridge program. Hopefully everyone's familiar with that. We are still conducting virtual sessions, information sessions for that. We are back to in-person consultation if anyone needs to come into the building to speak to one of our reps, but we can do it telephonically and virtually as well as with that. Our career services area with the VA, here on the base, pre-COVID, we had military service coordinators. Those are the folks that work for the VA. And folks were able to come in and actually start doing their disability claims. But as of right now, they can only do that telephonically and through email. So we're still in that posture as far as the VA disability is concerned. But our supplemental transition classes, so TRS, Transition Readiness Seminar, is the main wicket that every service member must attend. Have to. You can't pass that up. But we do have supplemental transition services that is optional, but those are done virtually at this moment. Our hiring events are done virtually, so we're always willing to hear from companies that are looking to hire. We would then speak with them, and we'll make sure that we have the proper documents and everything in place. But we can do virtual hiring events, not a problem. Been pretty successful with that. We love the targeted hiring events. So if there's a specific company that says, hey, I want to hire service members, we're more than willing to talk to them to be able to get one show. It's like a show just for them. So we have the hiring events that have everybody in a pot, but I think a lot of companies have a greater success when it's just their show. And then they let us know what they're looking for. We pass that word out, and then you get the audience coming in, or the interested folks that are really interested in that particular company, that particular job, etc. So moving on, I'll pause for any questions. I know I just kept running my mouth, but if there are any questions, I'll stop for a second. Okay, all right, I'll keep pushing. Resume writing assistance, we also do as well. So telephonically, virtually, and in person, we just resumed that last week. So if folks need assistance with their resumes, which we see that a lot of folks need help with, because folks have been in for 4 to 30 years and haven't touched a resume. And our team is here to assist them with writing that resume. So very good to get that assist to be able to learn how to write it for future jobs as well. Our library services. So with the library, we look at a couple of things. We look at Oceanside, Fallbrook, and San Clemente, and we look at the off installation library systems. We also look at the Miramar, the MCRD San Diego, Yuma, and 29 Palms, and then still take in from our medical professionals on what that should look like. But currently we're doing curbside pickup and drop off. We have limited computer services. We are not doing browsing the collections right now, just because our main library is so big and it's hard to control that and what that looks like. But we have a lot of virtual programming that we're offering to our families. In our makerspace, which was brand new, we didn't properly launch it because of COVID, but we have a lot of great material in there. We have laser engraver, we have a 3D printer, we have a computer software system stuff that can help them design and create and just be creative and just craft type of materials that we're eager to have families come in and take advantage of that. But we're doing a lot of virtual content. So they can come in, get take-home kits of the virtual activities, take them home, join the link, and then create there in a virtual environment. So we're trying our best to keep that active. And last would be our family member employment. Again, this program is really specifically here for the spouses and the young adults. They're providing in-person coaching, also virtual classes, in-person classes. With the family member employment, they do this thing, it's titled STARS, Spousal Transition Assistance Readiness Seminar. And that is I want to say the equivalent to TRS, because spouses can go to TRS, but TRS is 5 days long. The STARS is 4 hours long, and it really focuses in on with the spouses and what they want to get out of it. So we have those going several times throughout the year. We're doing those in person, we're doing those virtually. So we'd love for the spouses to attend that. But again, if I didn't mention it, they're doing the in-person coaching. So if someone's looking at volunteerism, or they want to take advantage of the thing that we have now to $1,000 to credentialing, transferring from state to state, they can connect with our FMEP staff and they can point them in the right direction to get that done. There are skill bridge programs that take spouses. So our team can assist with navigating them to that appropriate program and to help them get them started. And along with the basics, getting a resume started, getting their foot in the door. So for the personal professional development branch, that's all I have. And I'll pause for any questions that you may have.
Excellent. I know there's I've been seeing some private things come through the chat here. Hilda, do you want to handle some of the private questions?
Yeah, I got one. How would a business look to get connected to for the hiring opportunities? Is there any documentation required, or like what are the first steps?
Good question. I can send that the contact information out to Mike. Mike, if you don't mind.
Yes, sir.
Send it out to everyone. But basically, we'll connect with my team. There's a marketing component connected to that. We don't get involved in that piece. We just take the interested company, say, okay, great. Of course, we do our due diligence. We ask some tough questions, how long you've been in business and, what's the starting rate and what type of job it is and things like that. So, because our goal is to make sure that service members get valuable employment afterwards that's sustainable, that they can actually manage a household with. But then we connect them with marketing to do that documentation piece. And from there, if the company agrees to whatever is being offered, and then we set up the date and times and do the coordinating instructions and make it happen.
Sweet, that's great.
Mhm.
Next one was, what specific programs are available to spouses through the Skill Bridge?
So for Skill Bridge, we have O2O, Onward to Opportunity. That is a program. It deals with, it has a business component to it. But that one, O2O is where it's, and I think it's virtually now, it's like 3 days in the classroom and then the rest of it is on their own. It's kind of like an online process. That one's open to spouses. And then there's a One by Hire Our Heroes that is really specific to spouses, period. And it's a paid internship that they can get into. So really those are the main two that are available to spouses that we kind of assist with here at Camp Pendleton.
Cool. And I think the one you're referring to is the Military Spouse Fellowship Program through
It
Fire
is.
and Water. Yeah.
It is. Mhm.
We actually, we had our first fellow get placed up here in Murrieta just recently. So we're super stoked about that. And we're trying to expand the presence of the fellowship program up here with help from Lauren down in San Diego, who's the program manager.
Excellent,
So
excellent.
we are very excited about that one.
Very good.
Let's see. You mentioned this is just for me. There was a credential transfer from state to state for spouses.
Mm-hmm.
And so that is to help with cost and just like how to do it, or
It's to help with the cost. So say, for
Okay.
example, if it's maybe a teaching credential that they have that's specific to a state or nursing or something like that, and they're coming to California or leaving, right, to go somewhere else, and there's a cost to it. That's where that program comes into play. Now, our team is not the holder of that. The spouse would eventually land at the Marines IPAC, their admin section, to follow up with that. But normally, you know how it works, the Marine doesn't really know, and the spouse is not going to know to go to that green side military resource. So, but they know our family member employment team, that's the friendly face. So what we do is kind of say, okay, is that what you want to do? We connect the dots, and then they can help with that reimbursement.
and is that specific to Marine spouses, or are all spouses eligible?
I think it's DOD-wide.
Okay.
I think it's DOD-wide. Now, obviously, with the Marine Corps, we have that direct connection. But say if there was a sailor or something like that, and then we would have to refer them over to that side because we don't play with that section of it.
Yeah, no, gotcha. So here's another one. What resources do you recommend to stay up to date with what's going on at MCCS? Like, are there maybe some email lists to get on or something like that?
No, good question. On MCCSCP.com, one more time, MCCSCP.com. That's our MCCS webpage, and there's a section on there. It's called the Impact page, and from there it just gives you the latest where we're at the moment.
Great.
Mm-hmm.
I think Mike has a question.
No, I was just playing.
Can MAC members get beach access?
What was that again?
He said, can MAC members get beach access? You need to get like specific MAC ID cards and get in there.
Oh,
I
just being silly.
I don't control the beaches or anything like that. But if there's a serious interest in that, there's our food, leisure, and hospitality division that kind of works that piece. I can definitely make a connection. Yeah.
Dwight, you're amazing. Yeah, I was being kind of silly with the last one there. I didn't think she was actually going to ask that one.
Of course, I'm doing my diligence here.
Oh, it's beautiful.
No, great questions though. Great questions.
That was great. I might just compile my notes from this and the resources that you mentioned, and maybe a couple of links from your guys' website, and send it out to the attendees so everyone can have that and be aware. So that's all from us. Anybody? Oh, Raven?
Raven?
Yeah, I have a quick question about the resume assistant. So is that for all branches or just Marines who are hanging out and transitioning? And then how would a veteran reach out to you guys for that?
No, good question. And I just thought of it. Mike, remember Patrick Keplinger? He was on that email that chat. That's your POC for the hiring events. So I just solved that problem for the previous question because you already had email communication with him. And then also for the resume question, our primary effort is separating service members, and that is Marines. That's the primary focus. Now, remember, we have our career services team that their primary mission is are those active duty service members. Our FMEET team, primary focus are the spouses and the dependents. Do they cross-pollinate sometime? They do. But active duty service members, now if we have a sailor that approaches us, will we turn him or her away? No. Do we have retirees that reach out to us? Yes. Do we turn them away? No. We just manage the workload. So obviously those who are separating from the military, they take priority to get them squared away first. And then we move on to, the other folks as they need assistance.
All right, thank you. That's a great service.
Mm-hmm.
And is there a contact for that program?
Yeah, same person. Mike has that contact, Mr. Patrick Keplinger.
Okay.
Yep, he has that team.
And if I could interject for Raven, the America's Job Centers of California offices also offer resume workshops and interview workshops. And we have for Southwest Riverside County, I guess the closest one would be in Hemet, but there is also an office in Oceanside, and we have offices in San Diego if you're willing to go a little bit further. And we deal with all veterans, all spouses, retirees. Also, we have the ability to assist transitioning service members and retiring. So for folks that are in transition, we can see them up to 12 months before they get out. And for retiring service members, we could see them up to 24 months before they retire.
That's great. Thank you, Sergio. So
Excellent.
many resources.
Love it.
Anybody
Well,
else have any questions?
and feel free to jump right in if you do.
Yeah. Let's see.
Actually, I do have one for Dwight.
Go for it.
Dwight, you were speaking about having more success with the hiring events that were for a specific employer rather than the job fair. Do you have any numbers? I mean, I know you don't have them right in front of you, but because we're also doing the job fair type of thing, and I'm trying to get information whether it's worth, whether the return on investment is going to be greater by just focusing on one specific employer at a time rather than putting in 10 or 12 different employers.
No, good question. And you're right, I don't have the data in front of me, but Been doing this for a couple of years, and we see when we do the large hiring events, there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, it's a great opportunity to go around and network and, do that piece. There's a purpose behind everything. But the target events, if you just, company A, looking for IT folks, administrators, logistics. I mean, it's very clear, cut, dry. It's one, it's the name of a company that separating service members can key into. When you have a whole slew of companies, it's kind of like, which one do I pick? It's like a whole bunch of candy you're trying to pick at, but it's just one company and it's a name. They're like, okay, I know that company. And there's the particular jobs that the company is offering. They can key in on that. So it's less water to try to wade through, and it's straight to the point. And then when we have the event, that for a target event, those people are really interested in that company, those particular jobs. Now, for a large event, you're just going to have a pool of people that just coming in, right? Maybe they're just kind of waiting it out, kind of looking, and I don't really know what I'm going to do. So the targeted ones, the people that are there really are interested. Now, I do have to say this. I mean, I like to really narrow it down. I'm not in that position anymore. That's what Patrick does. I used to do that. But when I used to talk to companies, I'll say, okay, let's do this thing right. You want to come out here? All right, so what are some qualifications that you're looking for? Let's get that out. So that way, by the time, and this is when we're doing things in person, by the time the company lands here, gets on deck, we have weeded through some of the stuff, I don't mean to sound negative, but, because people find out that, okay, well, I'm not qualified, or that's not really what I'm looking for. The company can say, well, we only have jobs open in California, or they can say California, Texas, Nevada. Then you get the hand raised, right? Now it's a little bit more specifics. And then the clients that come in, right? And then from there, it's just it's a better turnout. You get more people that are qualified, and then more people that raise their hand and say, yep, I'm in, and get more people that are eligible and actually get employed doing it that way.
Cool. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Dwight. This was excellent.
Yeah, not a problem.
Mike, you were about to say something, sorry.
No. I was just going to say, I will echo that remark. Very blessed to have you here with us this afternoon, Dwight. And I very much appreciate the to the point process. I can only imagine, and I really love the way that you guys handle that. So thank you for handling yourself so well here on our call today, and for all the things that you do on base there. It's truly amazing.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. Until next time, my friend. So with that, if there are no more questions, I'm going to go ahead and bump over to community member discussions / updates. I know we have a powerhouse of folks with us today. So if there's anything that you want to bring to the group to ultimately disseminate, I know Raven's always got a ton of things going on and is a tremendous force for good here in our valley. Raven, I guarantee you have something, so I'll let you kind of take the reins here.
Okay, well, thanks, Mike. Yeah, I'm always working on something. You're right about that. Okay, so MilVet, for those of you that don't know me, we do a lot out here for active duty veterans and their families. Our biggest program is our military care package program. So we do that every month, which is it's pretty big, and we like to include the community. So if your organization wants to get involved, it's a lot of fun, super rewarding. We're also working on, well, there's a lot of things, but next month, May 8th, I'm trying to get my dates. We're going to be working with the Sheriff's Academy recruits. We do this about every 3 to 4 months. So when the sheriffs go into the academy and they go to graduate, then they need to do a community service project to complete their. And so we like to partner with them to help us out with some of our programs. What we'll be doing next month is we're assisting a young Marine veteran. He was injured during a training exercise, pretty bad. And so now he's civilian side, he's going back to school for sports psychology. He's doing pretty good as far as that goes. He got into a house, but the house is pretty naked and the appliances are not working. It's a fixer-upper. So we want to welcome him to the community. He's not from the Temecula Valley area. So we're going to have the recruits come out, help us tear out some of the cabinets and stuff that are water damaged, do some yard work. The original plan was to paint his house, and I guess due to liability issues, they're not going to be able to help with that. So we are looking for an organization that maybe wants to know somebody that maybe can donate some of their services or to help sponsor the services, just to go out there and just really handle everything. The appliances are going to be delivered that day. We have a press crew going out. I think there's like 20 academy recruits who are going to be there, and then our team, and we're going to have a lunch and, you know, to take care of all the volunteers who are out there doing all that hard work. So if you know anybody, that's something we're just kind of looking out for. We just found out, you know, kind of last minute, we've got about 2 weeks left, or 2.5 weeks, that we're not going to be able to do the painting side with the recruits. So if any of you guys have any ideas or know anybody or want to get involved, please contact me. I'll put my information in there. And I think that's pretty much all I got for now.
That's awesome, Raven. Can you send us information on that, and I can get it on the MAC Facebook page?
Yeah, that'd be great. Thank you.
Actually, Raven, there's a couple of things that I'm thinking about too that are local connections I could make for you. It sounds like you and I should have a phone call here soon.
Yeah, I agree. Let's do it.
Sounds good,
Thank
Raven. Real quick too, and I made some promises that I would bring these to fruition as Bruce and Joe Molina of the Veterans Chamber of Commerce couldn't join us today. So one Veterans Chamber of Commerce, in partnership actually with Bruce's company Perfecto Coffee, they have a golf tournament coming up on June 14th at Pechanga over at Journey there. And then Hall of Famer Andre Reed will be golfing with them. So if you'd like more information on that, I have the flyer there. It's a stellar organization where we are in partnership with the Veterans Chamber of Commerce, and Joe Molina is top tier, just amazing people. And then similarly too, I made Anthony Ball from Azusa Pacific a promise I would let you guys know as well. And this thing is very interesting. They have 2 coasts, 2 tournaments, 2 charities. Doing a golf tournament coming up here, and that one is May 27th. It's with the American Soldier Network. They have some really great programming, especially with one-on-one veteran to veteran kind of support. So this one will be at Eagle Crest for the left coast, if you will. The left coast one will be at Eagle Crest. It is again May 27th. I believe they have some celebrity golfers that will be joining them as well. But what they're going to do is they're going to simulcast the left and right coast and tee off at the same time. And then if you want to, if you can't go and golf, you can also tune in on their social media and actually watch the tournament coverage live. So that should be pretty excellent. Very excited about those 2 things. So I did my shameless plug for those folks. Anybody else? Love it. Well, as Hilder said, our endeavors here with bringing some of these resources here locally have been going extremely well. Like Hilder had mentioned, we did have our first placement with Hiring Our Heroes, which I cannot stress enough is such a stellar program, especially for folks, for spouses in businesses that have leadership and career-oriented opportunities. I know that there's 2 businesses that are opening here recently that are working with Lauren that could also have great opportunity for these leadership roles. So fingers and toes, but very exciting stuff happening there. And then similarly in the veteran entrepreneur world, there's a lot of great programming, including VetFran, that has been coming up. And I know we'll be working to share more about contracting and things of that nature. And then more importantly, veteran specific business education and curriculum centered around businesses that have been in business for a couple of years. You can go to VBOC or the SBA and a myriad of other places and learn how to start a business. I'm trying to focus very hard in on folks that have been in business to expand business, because business retention expansion are three things that we love most here at the Chamber. And with that, I believe that is it from my side of the fence here. Go ahead.
To tell you guys about. We have a career fair coming up, a virtual one. So if you are either looking to hire, you know someone who's looking to hire, or if you are looking for a job, or you know someone who's looking for a job, please send them to this link that I'm about to drop in the chat. And we would love to get, you know, more people out to work here in the Valley. And actually it's a regional effort, so it reaches all the way out to Banning and Beaumont, San Jacinto, and we're Impact, which is the nonprofit that MAC is under, is hosting this with MSJC. So it's a regional effort between the two entities, and we are super excited. It's virtual. You can, like, if you're an employer, you can go on there and view resumes, and you can interview one-on-one. So there's all kinds of cool features on the platform to make it a little bit more personal than just, you know, view a list of employers or something like that. So we're very excited. This is coming up on May 11th. Yeah. And I'm gonna drop the link in here so you guys can register or share and all that good stuff. So that's all I got. Raven?
Sorry, yeah, we were talking about golf stuff. So I did want to bring up Jags are going to have their golf tournament. It's Jags Gives Back, and they're all about supporting our veterans and nonprofits. That's June 11th, and it's going to be at the golf club at Rancho, California. And then I'll put the information in the thing too.
I have one really quick too now and think about it before we meet again.
Get it in.
So this is a local nonprofit that supports military too, Hospice of the Valleys. I'm actually in a group with Julie No and them, and we are trying to bring funds to nonprofits in the area that were affected by COVID and not being able to do all their fundraising. So we are doing an event at the end of the month at Citrus and Moss in Old Town Temecula, and they are going to donate 25% of their sales directly to Hospice of the Valleys for that time. So if you're out and about at the, I think it's Thursday and Friday next week in Old Town, they're going to do that. And then we're going to have people from the group on site to chat with people as they're coming. And it's a really exciting time. All those stores are opening. So if you're down there, stop in so we can see you.
Cool. Thank you, Ann. That's awesome. Yeah, I think that's all. Looks like we will be able to close out a little bit earlier than usual, which is fitting because we've gone over time a couple times before. Lastly, I just want to mention that next month we are going to have an awesome speaker, Brigadier General Melissa Coburn. She will be speaking at our May meeting, and we're super excited to hear from her and any updates. And Mike, do you know specifically, has she told you a topic yet?
I don't have the specifics on her address, but we have Michelle with us, and we'll be working with them to. I'm sure there will be some sort of presentation and so forth. But we're very excited. She is a. We're very excited. I know she is an inspiration to quite a few. So
yes, please, Mike. Reach out to me after the meeting today, and we can go over some things.
Aye. Thank you, Michelle.
Awesome.
Not a problem.
All right. Well, it was awesome seeing all you guys. Thank you for helping us support military veterans, families, spouses, everyone here in the Valley. We will see you next time. Bye.